Once again, here it is, the hell, and what was supposed to be a watch along before my internet cut out for a whole hour. Forge 1, Halifax Wanderers 0, and I'm getting really tired of saying that last part, or the first part, also Halifax Wanderers 0. Anyhow, we defended well for the most part. We had a pretty good performance. Everyone did what they needed to do, except for that one set piece, which turned out to be the cornerstone of everything. Interesting how that happens. And Wubens Pacius, who scores for fun, scored for fun. So conceded the bit. Again, I think he'd do well off the bench, but say it with me, he shouldn't be starting if possible. And it probably wasn't possible. And he probably did need to start. Actually, I'm pretty sure he did need to start given what was the bench. And Schaale was at fault for conceding it. Not as much Oxner. He did what he could. He also picked up a yellow at the end of the game. He's been struggling all the way through it, conceding fouls and the like. He's out next season, and I'd be a little less on cards. And the thing about that is that means we might have to end up starting not only but Ruby and Gagan. Not that who I've seen none of. We'll see what Steve and Hart and the rest do in the game against Valor. After the goal off of a corner kick, we did pretty well for the most part, blocking further shots, Oxner included, saving and blocking the shots that came in. We were quick to a lot of the balls. Unfortunately, we didn't do any scoring. Mwandwe had a really solid chance that was set by Fernandez, and he sent that all the way back to Halifax. I think it hit my apartment at the time. But yeah, he definitely won fouls. Mwandwe set up a lot of chances. I was hoping he could score one today, but him creating chances helped a little, and same with Fernandez, who does that for fun. If we had came very close to them changing things. We kept our nose clean for the most part, except for the late Schaale foul. We had a few fouls, but nothing serious enough to warrant a card. There were Forge did a really good job of blocking a lot of the shots that we took. And it's not like we were completely absent in their box. We took shots. We just never really landed. This is something that I really hope changes. Mwandwe is definitely better than we've had, but it still doesn't seem to be enough. And Amla, we have a tall center forward, and if we're going to continue lumping balls up the pitch, we could stand to use the guy a little, even if just off the bench. There's a lot needs to happen with us, and I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get everything done. I'm leaving out any mention of managerial stuff because there's been enough of that. I've contributed to a few of those. We've had more goal attempts than Forge, twice as many actually, 10-5. Only one was on target for each of us. The one that Forge had on target was also in the back of the net. We've had plenty of shots off goal. We've had 3 blocked shots. It's not like we weren't trying to get in there. See, no, actually, no. Oxner didn't have any saves, but Oxner didn't have much to do, really. And he was, and I don't think he was at fault for the goal. As much as, say, Schaale was. Well, we had more shots. Forge was on the attack more often. They've definitely passed and completed more passes. We conceded fouls, but they were of the smaller variety. They had, the possession was 58-42 in Forge's favor. It was a standard game except for that goal, that set piece goal in the second minute from Pacius. A performance like that against another team would probably have led to a result. And right now we're long overdue for a result. Definitely long overdue for a win. When you look at this, let's see, I'll do a window capture. Let's see, browser. Let's see, browser capture. I'll show you all this. So yeah, it's a lot of this. So you can see we've had more action in the box than they did. They only needed the one, but they had more of an attack. Also, with regard to we were understandably huge long shots. Oh, look at the standings. See that? We're not 8 points adrift of playoffs. We're 8 points adrift of 5th. That's concerning. Our form in Edmonton's in 5 games matches 1 point out of 15. That's quite honestly worrying. Playoffs are gone. As far as I'm concerned, playoffs are over. The goal is getting the most out of the season, the remaining season that we can, and seeing what we can do, whatever form that takes, in the off season. If we somehow manage to get 4th out of this, it would require a Newcastle-like super duper surge of form lasting the whole rest of the season. And I think in Newcastle's case last year, they went from relegation level to like mid-table in like half of a season. We have little less than that. That's so yeah. They brought in. We both made use of our subs as well as Forge. Forge really got stuck in making sure that when we got into the box, they were able to prevent an equalizer. They were content to get that goal, and for the most part, just hold on to it. And they have the skill to consistently make that work, and they showed it. They're also the first team that basically had us completely scouted, so I'm not surprised. There's really nothing else to say about that. I really hope we get some kind of result against Valor. I just want to end the season with a bit of dignity, is all. Until then, Wanderlust out. See you next time. I think the next one will be another match review rather than a watch along. I tried to do a watch along, but ran into trouble.